The final sentence of the Old Testament does not thunder with judgment, but whispers a promise of healing, spoken just before heaven goes quiet for 400 years. What catches my attention the most is how we desperately await the full realization of this promise at Christ's return.
Malachi 4 verse 6. He will restore the hearts of the fathers to their children, and the hearts of the children to their fathers, so that I will not come and smite the land with a curse.
This passage in Malachi stands at a remarkable place in Scripture. It is not only the closing verse of a prophetic book, but the final word of the Old Testament canon. After this promise, God's voice falls silent for centuries until angels begin appearing to Zechariah, Mary, Joseph, and terrified shepherds in the fields. Knowing that, this verse feels less like an ending and more like a hand resting gently on the door before it closes. What strikes me is the nature of God's final promise. He does not end with threats or lists of failures. He ends with restoration. Hearts turned back toward one another. Fathers and children reconciled. Generations healed. In a time when Israel was spiritually fractured and relationally strained, God pointed to the most basic unit of human life, the family, and declared his intention to restore it. This promise feels especially weighty in divisive days like ours. We live in a world marked by broken relationships, not only between parents and children, but between brothers and sisters, cultures and nations. We have become skilled at tearing down, at drawing lines, at defending our side. What Malachi reminds me is that restoration is not something we engineer. Only God can turn hearts. Only He can heal what has been fractured over time. The warning attached to the promise matters as well. Without this turning of hearts, the land remains under a curse. Broken relationships are not a small issue in God's eyes. They affect communities, nations, and the spiritual health of a people. Restoration is not sentimental, is necessary. As I encounter this final Old Testament word, I find myself praying beyond fathers and children. I ask God to extend this healing wherever hearts have turned cold or distant. And I ask Him to begin that work in me. If He is the only one who can put things back together, then the best place for restoration to start is my own heart. And that is my thought for the day. God bless and have a great day.